So for those of you visual learners out there, when it comes to progression, this is often seems to be a helpful visualization. Is when it comes to how to progress, we've got what we currently can do and what we currently can't do. Can do is weights that you can do. Can't do would be something that you can't do without breaking any of the essentials. Basically what you do is you kind of inch up, towards this line in between what you can and you can't do, where this would be too much for you. You kind of do something, make sure it's okay. Okay, I handled that all right. I felt okay from that. Then we get up a little bit closer to that line. We're still okay. Then we get up and we just kind of nudge the line. Nudging that line a few times is what really signals to the brain and the body, we need a little bit more of that stuff, which then leads to a shifting of the line. Now there's more of what you can do and less of what you can't do. Then we responsibly come up and we nudge that line again. We come up, we nudge that line again in different workouts consistently, which then again pushes that line a little bit further forward. However, if you go up and you nudge that line, great, and then the next time you get a little bit overeager and you go up and you exceed that line over a couple of different workouts, what that's going to do is that's going to require you to recover for so much longer and actually abuse the muscular system enough to where it leads to a regression of the line between what you can and you can't do. So it's very important to, especially in the beginning, err on the side of caution. Make sure you can establish what's okay, what's not too much for you to do. And then you get up to where you just kind of nudge that line. You're like, okay, yeah, I got a little bit sore from that. I was able to do it. I feel okay. I could kind of do that again today, but I definitely challenged myself a little bit. I nudged that line between what I can and I can't do. You nudge that line enough times, that leads to an increasing of what that line or where that line is and an increasing in how much you now can do. You then still have to nudge that line. If you did the same amount of stuff when you nudged where the line was previously, consistently, you'll never actually nudge that line again, and then that line will never go any further forward. So you have to continue to challenge yourself and nudge that line. As it increases, nudge that line. That might be a little bit more weight or some more overall volume, maybe some more sets on something or some more time under tension to get up to where this difference is between what you previously could do and what you now can do. Still have to nudge that. You keep nudging it enough, the body's like, all right, this idiot needs us to be able to do more of this. Now we're going to increase what they can do. But if you ever exceed that too much to where you go beyond what you can do, so you're really, really sore, or your joints start hurting, or your tendons get really sore instead of the diffuse kind of through the muscle soreness that we're trying to accomplish, so that you can't actually do that consistently, you would have to take several days off. That means that you're no longer receiving a frequent enough stimulus to where your body knows it needs to push this line further forward. If you exceed that too much, it leads to a regression in what you can do. So when it comes to progression, we need to find where this line is. We need to nudge that line consistently so that that line moves forward, but we need to be careful that we don't nudge beyond that line too many times. If we go beyond that line once, we might be okay with some recovery, but if you then think, I need to get in there and do more stuff, and you go beyond that line a couple more times, that's going to lead to your body not being able to recover, not build up stronger from the stress that you're trying to apply to it, and then you're going to end up being able to do less over time than if you just responsibly nudge that line several times. So for those of you that are visual learners, hopefully this helps you understand kind of what the picture of progression looks like.